Okay, gentlemen, we both received your instruction in your dressing room. Okay, both trunks are high. Right here is good. Right here is good. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourself at all times. Let's go.
Eleider Alvarez made it seem simple when we asked him what the game plan is, what strategy to employ to come up with a win tonight against Joe Smith. He said you beat Smith by boxing him.
Very well. I'm less concerned about what Joe Smith does, and I want to see what Alvarez does. He can have a game plan on paper, let your hands go, box.
Right hand from Alvarez behind the jab.
Stop. Oh, here we go.
See, the one thing that happened right there was Smith Jr. just sat right there at mid-range and didn't fire any punches. He didn't throw any jab or anything. And so what did Alvarez do? He lined him up for the jab and the right hand over the top.
Yeah, Smith can be physical, but he better realize that Alvarez is throwing punches back because
it's deadly, and the right hand of Alvarez is deadly. So when these guys throw their right hand, both these guys need to make sure that they keep their head off the line or get their head off to the line. And the way you do that is when you throw your right hand.
We will remind everybody just how capable Alvarez is with that right hand. Joe Smith Jr. looking for one of his own.
Stop.
You can hear that thud from the Long Island native.
Stop.
Here we are a month later. Joe Smith coming out to meet him on the other side of the ring. Applying pressure, short right hand, trying to get around.
has a mind of its own. But all I'm asking for from Eleider is just more energy. And we've been seeing that so far in this fight. Just a guy who's alert and he's getting combinations off, still being his normal self, but not just letting a guy late in the fight.
Well, right now, Smith Jr. is standing right in front, landing his combinations, which is good. But the fact that he just stands there and admires his work after him, guess what? That's going to give out. You're going to see a lot of holding and grabbing from Alvarez, especially in the inside, because he likes to have his distance. He likes to be out in range and extend with those arms. A lot of head hunting from Smith. Not a lot of body shots coming from him.
Good work right now from Joe Smith Jr.
A lot of that stuff is being blocked, Tess. You know, like, ooh, that's the right hand right there. Nice clean right hand landed by Alvarez. Kind of buzzed Smith a little bit.
And he fires off two more, looks for it again.
And he's always looking for a shot. Keep an eye on that.
Like right there, as soon as that threshold is crossed. Smith Jr. letting them fly here.
You know,
Round three to this point, Joe Smith Jr. has a 29-16 connect advantage.
You know, Smith needs to be careful. I mean, Smith has gotten his jaw broken not once, but twice in fights. It can happen again, Tess.
He said, look, I see what Eleider Alvarez is trying to do. He's trying to come over that with that right hand over our jab. So what Joe has to do is lean over, tuck his chin in, and if he can do that, I believe that he can continue to overpower him, but he's got to do it.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed about Smith Jr. is he has really good balance. You know, he doesn't never seem like he's off balance to me. He's always in good position to land his power shots.
He's a very strong, solid guy.
Stop.
Relied on power throughout his career. You can constantly hear Capobianco ask him to double up that jab. Everything, the point of emphasis he's charging him with constantly from the corner is dealing with the jab.
in construction, working construction, you know those guys, they lift everything up. Those guys are strong, physically strong.
Also operates a tree service company with his father.
See Joe Smith just being Joe Smith, volume, pressing the issue, not really concerned about any punches coming back from Alvarez. He's gonna live or die with that style. And we see Alvarez being who he is, very economical, looking for the one big shot, trying to snipe Smith with a shot that can shock him and possibly knock him out. The question is whose style and whose temperament is gonna win out tonight.
As we come to the end of 3, I want to show you one of the highlights. Right back to the jab from Joe Smith Jr. Round 4.
You know, if Alvarez, if he counterpunched a little bit more, he'll be able to slow down the rhythm of Smith Jr.
Eleider to start to pick up the pressure here a little bit more.
Any resistance. So just understand that if you're Eleider Alvarez. But again, I don't think that's Alvarez's temperament. He wants to lay back, he wants to watch, he wants to look and hope that he can catch Joe Smith slipping and land a big shot over the top, preferably a right hand.
Smith landed a right hand over the top of the
Fighter to fighter. I mean, I was a guy who wanted to win every second of every round. I wasn't okay with guys landing 4 and 5 shots on me in a combination, but Alvarez,
a pressure fighter. That's one way to slow him down. Drop some down to the oven. There you go. And you're going to see how Smith Jr. reacts.
did you say buns in the oven, Timmy?
Put some buns down there, man. When you're in that ring and that blood starts dripping down, you tend to want to blow it, blow your nose. Don't do that. Your eyes will swell up. Just got to let it drip out.
Short left hand at the end of 4. We've said it before. We will say it again. When it is big boys in the ring, anything can happen. Tonight, it happened.
Let's go, let's go. Here we go, here we go. Got it? Okay, here we go. Time in, let's go.
Started the round without the mouthpiece. Have to have that. Dre, what was your reaction to that Povetkin knockout?
I mean, first and foremost, I just feel bad for Dylan White. I mean, this is a guy who had been the #1 contender for a world title shot, his second opportunity at a title for a long time, and they continued to tell him, his promoter, the WBC, wait, it's coming next, just be patient. And the next fight never really came. The opportunity never manifested. As far as the shot itself, great shot.
Smith Jr. looking for that right uppercut.
And Joe, I've heard stories, but psychologically.
There's that chopping right hand from Alvarez. Can hear Capobianco saying, don't walk straight in, Joey. So he just stepped right to Alvarez that time.
Now you see Alvarez being a little bit more intentional. You see the blood right there. That's what happens when you let a decent puncher, a strong puncher like Joe Smith hit you like that. Alvarez will have moments where he wakes up. He better wake up and get going because he's 36, and if he loses this fight, he may not get another shot.
See these offensive waves from Smith Jr. There was a right hand between punches from Alvarez while Smith was on the attack. Good stuff here
of Smith. It's causing
there's a left hand that sweeps in.
Ooh.
And now a right hand gets around the corner. Look at the thudding blows from Joe Smith Jr. as he's on the attack here in round 5. Uppercut reigns in. Just missed with that right hand. And you can hear Capobianco saying, don't load up. Do not load up in that 5th round.
Stop.
Comes
That's
out
the thing,
patient
Tess.
here
You
to
can
start
get
this
busy.
round.
You can get busy on a counterpuncher. That's what hands. That's the plus. Not only does he have volume, but he also have punching power you have to deal with.
I'm just not a fan of that.
And very much it seemed like it was top of mind when we talked with him this week about his age, about this being against Kovalev. He said, I was this close to a mega deal with Top Rank if I had just secured and won that rematch.
And with
But
the
Timmy,
distance would be ball.
It's not about toughness. If any fighter gets hit in the right spot, they can be as tough as they want to be. They can still be looking up at the lights like we just saw from Dylan White.
At this moment, the only way that I see Alvarez winning this fight is getting lucky with a shot. Smith is going to continue to come forward and press forward. He believes tonight, gentlemen.
Stop, stop.
Had him hurt in the fifth
Stop, stop, stop.
when he landed 28 power punches for Joe Smith Jr. Alvarez looking to time that left hand.
In the words of the late Nazim Richardson, the great trainer out of Philadelphia.
Stop, stop.
Son, I hear what you're saying. All the right things.
Yeah.
Good guy to root for it. Great story. But you've always seen this kind of Eleider in fights. A guy, even the fights that he won, the first fight with Kovalev, he came from behind to win that. He wasn't dominating every round. I just didn't believe he was going to turn over a new leaf. He's proven me right tonight.
Yeah, in that first fight, he was cut in the 6th round. Kovalev was ahead on all the scorecards, and then
He says, look, Joe Smith has spent a lot of energy. We have to improve our defense, but more importantly,
Good luck with that. Smith Jr., to me, is not going anywhere.
Come on.
Alvarez shoulder to shoulder
Stop,
with
stop,
him
stop.
now. Around that nose, he's been taking a step back and taking deep breaths. There's a right hand from Alvarez.
Oh, there it is.
Right hand from Alvarez here with a
see the
minute to go
legs?
in the 7th round. Little buckle of the legs of Joe Smith. Looking forward again, trying to
That
time
happens
that
when
right
you get
hand.
complacent.
I think the only reason why that happened is because Joe Smith took his foot off the gas.
Yep.
He wanted to rest, and Alvarez felt like he could throw that kind of shot, and that's why it landed. But when Joe Smith is being Joe Smith, when he's letting his hands go, Alvarez wants no part of it.
Can see the power from Smith. Just mauling him here again at the end of the 7th. And now letting his hands go. So a nice way to respond after the right hand from Alvarez. How Smith came down the stretch there of round 7.
He just whips it around. Doesn't even really turn his waist. He just whips it around, and he's just naturally got a lot of power on that shot. That buckled Joe Smith, but obviously it didn't put him down. But if you got that kind of power,
He threw the jab from a little bit too close and let the right hand come right over the top.
I gotta tell you
throwing
right
the jab
now.
is great, but you gotta make sure you do it at the right distance.
Tim, I am stunned that Tony Weeks, the referee, is not asking for time here to start at 8th based on how much grease was applied onto the face.
Tess, if he continues to fight like this, he's gonna get knocked out.
Another right hand
He's gonna
from
get
Smith
knocked off
Jr.
anyway.
That's that.
But that is a lot of grease. Wow, look at his face.
I mean, look at that. This is how he walked out to start the round. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's bad.
well, you see what direction Tony Weeks is looking. He didn't catch it. They slipped that one through.
I think the Martians on Mars seen that, all that grease.
Stop, stop.
Let me tell you that, man.
Long Island's Joe Smith Jr. trying to close in on a world championship. This a title eliminator. Squared up and he threw the right hand.
You know what I like? What I like with Smith when he changes the speed up with his combinations. I like that. He has a lot of success when he changes the speed up instead of just 1, 2, 1, 2. When he puts them in combinations.
Stop.
Very good night to this point for Joe Smith Jr. In addition to the total punches that we showed you and that advantage he had, when it comes to power punches, Smith Jr. has a 122-51 power punch connect advantage. There's a right lead, and then he sends him through the ropes to start round 9.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Alvarez has to make his way back through the ropes, and this fight is over. Joe Smith Jr. raised that hand.
That was a statement right there. Exclamation point right there. A statement by Joe Smith Jr. Tess.